Hello, how are you? Anyway, welcome to Omega Forever Perump. And today we will be talking about many things besides lying to ourselves that we do so well. I do it quite well. I think it helped me a lot to deal with me being a filthy pig. Oh, God. So I have a rule that every time I leave, I have to leave with something in this room. And then I've been taking stuff from the other room and it's just getting, oh, crappy. But I'll figure it out. Hi, how are you? Please leave a message. Everything. And I want to say this. This is something I have talked about about how I have talked to someone who's around the same age as me, and I go, "Do you go to the doctor and you kind of feel like you're wasting your time?" And that's what happened to me. I really, how can I say this? I've never had a settled doctor because usually I get too pissed off at them because they don't do what my doctors did through this times. I've never had a doctor go, and it happened where a doctor said, "You're not on any." Hi, Carrie. There you are. See, there it is over on the side. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, thank you so much. So anyway, what instead of when I made the call and I made the reason why, and the person said to me, yeah, we'll make the thing. Instead of them, also, they should have told me that I needed to make an appointment or go early in the morning. And I could have just, back then I was working midnights. I could have went in anytime, So yeah, my cat is hey, 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 hey. I'm live now. You can't be having any fun. So anyway, what should be done is not only do you bring all your vitamins, but you also are, that's what I brought in. I was told by this doctor that she would see about putting me on medication. And I'm like, dude, is it every time I see you that you want to put me on medication? A lot of this medication, especially when I told the first doctor that, yeah, I've been having heartburn, but I changed to Javi, which is a really good coffee, and it does the same thing. It's just, doesn't give me heartburn. And she was asking me to have heartburn medication. And I'm like, most of those heartburn medications are not meant for long term, and a lot of people use it for long term have other issues pop up because they're taking these. And if you're getting heartburn, what's giving you heartburn, just quit using it. It's meaning your body doesn't want it no more. So quit fucking with your body. Shoot. It's your body going, hey, hey, quit that. I'm not feeling good. That stuff's making me feel bad, gives you heartburn. Just don't. I know it sounds bad. I had to change my coffee thing. I can't drink the cheap coffees like everybody else. It has to be, with stuff in it, or, oh boy. Yeah. It can happen either way, but to make a long story short, it usually is a pain in the ass to deal with the coffees. It could go either or way, but usually it'll give me such heartburn that I don't, it just turns me green, and I'm thinking, am I going to get sick? Am I just going to have heartburn? So I just quit the coffee and I started using Javi out of a trial and error. I tried it and I've been using it since. As for when you're dealing with that, I felt that they should have told me to go get a blood, where they can analyze your blood and tell you, this is what's going on with you. And I would have liked that. I would have done it. But now I'm to that point, like, well, okay, I wasted my $20. They did do, you know, take my, they took your blood pressure. They have what you call a lot of places that take blood pressure in the same place that you're sitting at usually has calming stuff like lavender, like pictures of lavender, like rows of it, or you have different other pictures. It was very like a blood pressure, a couple, because what the color you're seeing, you know, just putting it out there. Next time, or if there is, yeah, I've just come to the point like I felt gypped with my $20. I mean, if I would have known, she goes, well, next time you go get a blood drawn before you even come see me. I said, well, if your bitches and if your peoples that called me back would have told me, I would have done it. Hello. That's $20 I felt that I wasted. So make sure you don't waste your money. And if you're dealing with someone that tells you, the big red light I always say is when your doctor says something, you're just not quite feeling it. My doctor said that she was going to put me on medication. She has yet to put me on medication, but I am sure she's just itching to do so, because doctors who put people on medication, it doesn't matter the age range, it just matters, the medication and what they're pushing. Yeah, they're like a used car dealership, but in drugs. You're dealing with somebody who has the mental capacity of a 15-year-old with the ability to write, you know, opioids and stuff to whoever. It just a bong. It just amazed me how this person sees other people, and it's just sick. It really is. When you have a doctor like that, be sure to start looking up and looking towards a better doctor. Now, what I'm going to do from now on, there's a doctor online that I watch all the time, and he gives out great advice, and that's where I get the advice for all my vitamins, because the doctors not give advice for vitamins. They want to put you on medication so they can have a customer. With me, I am the worst customer a doctor can ever have. One that tries to stay healthy, tries to stay active, and one that doesn't believe in the medication, which most doctors would hate me. Yeah, I am not there, uh, I am not someone who is going to have like a gazillion, things needing to be filled. And that's money that's not being made for a doctor. Now, if you have a really good doctor, most their patients will, on the average, if you have a really good doctor who also is good in telling you, there's doctors that are what they call they've been in hiding. They're those doctors that work with vitamins and other things with that. That's the type of doctor that you want. I had a doctor comparable. He'd tell you how much. No, don't read the vitamin bottle. He was like my grandmother. My grandmother told me the vitamin bottle is wrong, and the multivitamin of one a day is missing so many vitamins. They should call it, take 3 of them and hope it makes it. That's what my grandma used to say. Yeah, you're showing yourself off. I know. You miss everybody? And he said that just being over there was too much for him. He's just crazy. So, anyway, what I try to tell people is when you're dealing with your doctor, if your doctor tells you they want to put you on medication, that's a red light, a very serious red light. If this is how I've always stated, a doctor to me is I guess you would say, a legalized drug dealer. A lot of the stuff they've written, like the opioids and stuff, really got a lot of people hooked up and stuff that, well, let's just be honest. You're looking at something that, as far as I'm concerned, that's a big red light. And I almost like want to step back when someone says, I want to put you on medication. I needed customers. I got to pay off that car bad. That's what it's saying to me. Let's see how healthy you are. Let's see how this drugs. Ooh, we gonna mess you up so good you gotta live past another 10 years. So you better go get that life insurance. Your family gonna be making it up good because I'll take care of you real good, make you a good customer. That's what it. That's what went through my head when I heard. It's weird when you hear someone say that they want to put you on medication. It's one of the scariest things I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, I'm paying $20 for this, right? I actually expected a candid camera. That's how weird it felt. Yeah. It felt just like, oh, so I'm having problems with this, that, and you're not putting me to go to x-ray or to go to like ultrasound something. I don't know. Use your imagination. So you're just sitting there thinking, this person is just creeping me out. After, okay, I walk in, okay, and she's sitting in this desk off on the side, and then she comes up and she's just like, it's like, wow, you got like two areas. So she went, and it was just like really way she said, I'm gonna put you on medication. And I'm like, wow, that scared the holy crap out of me. It really did. Cause like my grandma always said, if you don't feel comfortable with what your doctor said to you, they're not the doctor probably for you. You're not see eye to eye. So that's all. I don't think I'm seeing eye to eye with my doctor. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna see. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna be praying a lot for guidance to better health. I don't know. I'm just sitting back thinking, wow. So, yeah, those are things I tell people. If you're not comfortable, you could change. Next year, I'll change, because the next time I'm going to a doctor is usually once a year. That's for my blood, and that's it. After I get that done, usually they tell me I got good this, and I leave. And I find out what I'm gonna get you. Hey, hey, look at here's Bobby. Hey, look at Bobby. Ah, he's biting. Bobby's a biting fighter. There you go, Bobby. So let's laugh a little and let's play with. We will be doing Ask Your Pickle slash the crystal ball, and we will be having fun with that. So for right now, hey, quit it. I'm going to be bringing out somebody, and Snake Lady going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. So let me get myself in order. Yeah. Yeah, bitch, Snake Lady's back. Woo! Oh, I tell you. You want to be healthy and you want to keep up what you're going to do, but you wonder if your doctor is not just a drug dealer of the century because they just looking at you with big old dollar signs. Go, let's see. All right, you got elevated, and like they usually say, and they all usually they all are usually disjunct. So the second time I was having a deal go on, and I all said, "For fuck it." Excuse my language, but that's how you do it sometimes. My cat just loves my hair. He thinks it's his new girlfriend. No, you cannot hump my hair again. I am not waking up to you trying to hump the hair. So you come back here, Bobby. Come here, you bad humper. He's a bad humper. He just want to go humping on everything. I need help. So you all just hold tight. But here I hear, I hear the woman tell me she's going to make me, on some medication. I go, you all don't know this, but usually doctors say, hey, they give you some advice. I didn't get that. Their advice was, hey, you need to take your blood drawn to get it tested so we can. Oh, I got a I got a call. It was like weeks prior. I all could have done that the first day after I got my call back and giving you my blood, and we could have talked about something. But you all want to get me on meds, and I all know where that is. You get the warning sign: explosive diarrhea. God bless. You hear the things. The first time I hear I'm going to have explosive diarrhea, you all think I'm going to try that and be walking around and hoping my ass don't just blow up on somebody? You're at a quickie, Sheriff. You just want to get some gas and go, but suddenly they say, hey, you can't pay over at the machine, and you you just took your Tourette's stuff. It says explosive diarrhea. So you go inside, you're all waiting, and suddenly, boom, that poor guy didn't see it coming. Just go and get him. Oh, Lord. That's just what I'm talking. You got to be careful. So I always said, hey, I know about all the stuff that you have going on. You have us take that stuff, and then suddenly we're having explosive diarrhea. So we go and we gotta take care of the diarrhea with another stuff. This stuff causes you to have explosive thoughts. so you, so you got one problem, and it suddenly is down to you're taking 4 or 5 different medications with the asshole in front of you while you're driving. They said you had bad Tourette system. All you had to do was turn up your radio and use the middle finger and tell them to go fuck off. That's it. You don't need all the medications. He told me I needed medication if I want to go and have coffee. And I go, hell, I'm changing my coffee. That's all right. My daddy did the same thing. It's acidic, see. We all have to do that sometime, but apparently we have to do more. But I changed, and that was good. But you all said we could put, yeah, I know that, and explosive diarrhea. Then after that, I got to take care of the explosive diarrhea and being embarrassed for having to wait in line for gas, and exploding on somebody would not be a cool thing. So oh no. I tried to explain that to the lady, and she just looked at me. Okay, I got it. That different doctor. She probably said, "Oh, that one's a little bit loony. Don't even deal with her." So I felt like my 20 books didn't get spent right. Like I got, well, you're just getting older, you get fatter. God damn. If I want to hear that, I can just, call up Chinese, you know, uh, Sing Yong and get advice from Chinese Sing Yong. You dial it up. Do, 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 do. Hi, Chinese Sing Yong. I like to know, I got this and this going on and this. What do you think? Do, 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 do. Oh, you're getting fat. You gotta quit eating. You gotta go on a big diet. You can take those special pills, show it anything. You all know where I'm at. I know I'm like hell with it. I come to the old point, I just work hard and I'll pay my bills and try to get moving along. But you all know that it just seems like kind of on the fruitless point. You don't know what's going on. Old son, my son, and his daddy got money to go, and then they're spending. I'm wondering if they're putting their videos up on YouTuber, and I don't know where they're getting the extra money or what it is. But anyway, they've been cleaning up. I got like half my room tore up. I gotta, get the other half. They're going to just redo the whole thing. So I'm okay. So I'm just been shitting, and I thought to myself, man, we can paint that room too, because that room really needs a good painter job. So I all thought, I can go and maybe see what happens. But yeah. So here's my whole get up on the whole thing. You see, about a year ago, I had a friend, and she told me, hey, what? Oh, he wants to be loving. Here we go. Dear, oh, I love you. Oh. He's like, who the hell is this? He's the most. That's. Oh, oh, boom, 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 boom. Watch. We play this game. Let me get this. Here. Ready? Ready? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm usually win. Really, I just won. My cat threw Peppa. We call it the Peppa game. I like to make jokes about it because I was flabbergasted. I actually did look up some of the things, and I don't know about you, but I don't think having I rather have I avoid coffee all in itself instead of having explosive diarrhea, or might be the opposite. You would have constipation so bad that you might have what's called a compact, well, you know what. So you would get a compact, all for the fact that you can now drink the cheap ass coffee that you've been wanting to not drink in the first place. So, like I say, just try something different. And I did. A lot of times people find out that another thing is garlic, especially later in the evening. Most people who get older find out that they suddenly in the evening have heartburn with garlic. That's because you should really avoid eating it in the evening. It's your body telling you, hey, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I won. He lays down. I win. a lot of times if you're getting heartburn from something and it's late in the evening and it's something you don't usually eat, it could be a combination of many things, but usually garlic is one of the biggest ones. And if it's chopped and fresh and there, you're going to probably have a really big, you know, it can cause you to feel not so good. But a good in 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, oh, it's a great time to eat a big, meal. I always tell people that's one of the best times to eat your big meal. And your next big meal should be your breakfast. You should have like a small, like a little dinner salad, or if that, like a soup, because there should be during dinner, if you're eating it at 5 or 6, a lot of times you're going to bed 2 hours early. You're not, later. You're not going to need to eat that big meal to help you get through the day. You're going to just need something small and light, like even small, cereal, or soup. Boop. Oh, they're laying down and trying to get me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ha. See. If you feel that, I mean, I think my doctor really thought that I was one of those people going, no, I don't need medicine. And they go to do the blood pressure, going, holy shit. Wow. My dad's one wife, I didn't see her without the makeup through the recording. But after they got married, she had taken off her makeup and was waiting by the door. I opened the door and there's this woman. I didn't know when you get high blood pressure, you got little vessels in your face. They were all broken and out there, and I'm like, oh God, yeah, oh boy, you it really does cook you. So it's good to keep your blood pressure low. A lot of people have suggested if you had high blood pressure not to drink because it brings, gets your heart bumping and stuff like that. It's not good. So yeah, I don't prefer to drink. So we're going to enjoy. I have been smoking Chernobyl. That's been my favorite. I have been liking it. And you got to see these buds. I got to show you these. I have saved, these buds are huge. This is a 14-gram bag, and the buds are hellacious. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, that's the first one. I got to show you this one. It's just how beautiful. It's just absolutely breathtaking. They did such a good job, and all the good little nicks and crannies are still there that have, like, you could see, all that gummy and nummies in there, and you're going, wow, that's amazing. It really is. Let me just show you two really big. Ah. So yeah, um, as I'm hoping for my anybody who wants to, do something, but I am going to go right now simultaneously on first of all, I got to use the bathroom real quick, and then I am going to go on TikTok and be TikToking and with you. Because I figured there's a lot of people who like YouTube. I find TikTok very kind of, and it can be on that scam kind of feel. So I'm going to be right back. I cannot believe the size of, look at this. Hi. Oh my God. And they smell delicious, but after that, they're amazing. how much, I cannot believe how, let's put it this way. Back in the day when in Detroit, for what I spent on these two and stuff, I got fair price because I remember, having like comparable like this, and I thought I was the big thing. Yeah, Christine loved her weed, and I rather her having weed than when she got into alcohol because she never walked away. She eventually passed away from it. So let me go to the bathroom really quick. Gotta go. All right, don't stop in front of me. You usually do. You're stuff in front of me. Okay. He's just yelling and screaming around his own shit. So. All right. Okay, I got this a while back from Hot Topic. Hi. Give everybody a hug here. And then it goes back. And then. So we're going to go on TikTok. And I am going to be talking about the same things pretty much. But let's do some weed before we go on TikTok because they're kind of like if I do it in front of the camera. So if you see me hiding where you only see, you'll know why. Okay, what we're going to do is this. We're going to play a game called uh, we're going to play a game where every time somebody is right, like if you guys are right on that, I'll smoke some weed. They make it even horrid to even have this. Okay, so let me get TikTok. Just like the way. All right. Okay, there we go. And well, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. Today we will be asking Mr. Predicto, and we will be asking questions. So let me start off. Oh, by the way, that's Bobby, and Bobby is here to, of course, be my front man. That's right. That is Bobby here. So let's ask it some questions like, well, we'll do my own personal questions here. All right. Well, I will ask it. Um, Romantic call from a guy today. Will I get a romantic call from a guy today?
You can rely on that.
Whoa, okay, all right, I can rely on that. Next week, will I have a good week at work?
It is best not to say now.
Oh, okay, all right, well, I guess I won't ask that now. All right. Do I need to get a new boyfriend?
Definitely yes.
Woo-wee. Oh, boy. Okay. Is Brandon already replaced me?
There is no doubt.
Ooh, okay. So he's already replaced me. So, will I get a boyfriend in my area?
It is a certainty.
Okay, so what do you have? Does somebody have a question? Let me just tap it if you're thinking about it, and let's go for that.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Someone was asking, and there you go. Yes. All right, you hear that here over on YouTube. I'm doing both of the platforms. Here, I'm known as Goddess of the Middle Finger, and over on YouTube, I'm known as Omega Param. So if you're interested, please YouTube, and I'm looking to get some extra people because I want to make it to 500 and to 1,000, and let's move on. All right. So we want to ask it anything, but usually I like to do some comedy. So I'm going to do some on visiting the doctor. You know, it's always so fun when you have a doctor that don't give a rat's ass except sees you as a dollar sign. So let's go on and talk about that. And the snake lady is going to go and see a doctor. So here we go. So here it is, Snake Lady. I'm going to see a doctor. I went over and I went and made the phone call. Hey, all right. So they all take me in, and no big deal. I just sitting there going, all right, they just told me I gained weight and that was it, and I'm like, all right, Now, usually I don't give a rat's ass, but I always was told that your doctor, if they're trying to push medication on you, let me explain this. The one doctor told me, well, I told them when you get older, the coffee gives you the heartburn and it makes you all sick. Makes you just want to cry and just go, oh my God. And you just can't believe it. You're all not feeling good and stuff. So you try a different coffee brand that doesn't have all the same problems. So you use that instead, feel better. So I used that and I had called it a game changer, and there I was good to go. But I told that to the first doctor. First doctor told me about, whoa, I can give you something for, the heartburn. No, it's okay. A lot of that stuff you use enough, boy, it's going to cause other problems. But when you get this other stuff it should have had 100% that you won't have heartburn, but Lord have mercy, it should have explosive diarrhea. Oh, hell no. I don't need that kind of shit. I don't need that kind of stuff. Oh, God. I could just see myself. I'm waiting in line somewhere and wow, you know, up duster. I'm like, ooh, it gets real fast when someone behind you gets a feeling of what you had. Yeah. So I said, oh, no, that's okay. So that's the same thing. When the other second one seen me, I said, "Oh boy, this one going to be a real winner. I already can see that." She all had her arms, kind of wanting to listen to you. You know what your song and dance were, and then she all tell me I need to make an appointment with their doctor beforehand, to get my blood results. I all talk to myself, God dang, you had 2 weeks. It only takes a week to get the stuff back and forth. If I would have went the day that we made the appointment, when your end should have been like, get blood to work, does just going to be a $20 money, and hearing me want to get you on medication that you don't need, especially you ever hear some of the stuff, might cause suicidal thoughts. Oh, holy hell in a handbasket. That's not going to happen to me. I'll be sitting there and suddenly I'm going to want to do some, oh no things. And it's like, and then you got other stuff. It's like Michael's a tendency and it's is in a lot of these things amorous, where you get horny, and it's like, oh hell, so this is why my friend's son went to bed with everything. He took this medication, gotta have it, because God dang, it was horny as hell, and I don't know, man. If medication causes you to go a little bit on a crazy side, it's time to quit that med. So here's the whole thought: when you go to a doctor and you don't take meds, and they want to put change doctors, but that's just me. So let's find out what this is going for.
Now is
Will,
not the right time to tell you.
oh, I didn't ask it. Somebody was asking and it was saying not the right time. Mm-mm-mm. Usually it's not a good thing to do. It's saying that right now it wouldn't give you a straight answer because it could go either way. Okay, now we're going to ask it, will I hear from a guy in my neighbor, it's someone that I could see, and someone that I could see next week call me.
Yes, it is certain.
Ah, someone thinking about me. Now, are they thinking about you? Are they thinking, hey, let's have, we got Naya, uh, JT, Parker on the crutches, Reed, and Dee Dee. And let's talk. All right, let's talk. Tell me what you want to know. Let's see. Yes, you know we can answer that real easy. So let's get it. Yes. Oh, So here we're going to yes and no. So, I'll is she witches?
The answer is yes.
Ooh, someone was questioning something. And said yes. So, yeah. Hello, Carol Squires. Oh, and let me put, let me get ooh. Renee. Hey. How is everyone doing? I tell you, I couldn't believe when I seen that in here. Ooh, these are nice. Ooh, they smell good. I love diesel, for like the weed diesel. Ooh, I like the taste. Christopher, and we got Reed, M8, 5A. So what would you guys like to know? So yeah, I pretty much thought, well, geez, I didn't get my $20 worth. I'll just wait until next year. I don't know. I'm like wondering, geez, oh Pete, at the rate they all acting like I was just like, well, that's unusual. You're not like hopped up on drugs and crud. So let me just, yeah. I think that you could take your magician don't shine, and that's where I'm at in that because I've been told that for over 20 years now. I had a woman that I said, well, you could try me on some diet stuff. No, do you want to try me on something they pulled off the market after putting it for 2 months in California? I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, that doctor. I asked her the next following. She got all pissed off and tried to report me as a patient. So I did it what my daddy told me, and we reported her. She all went mean. She was a Karen. She called me a lazy fat welfare. And I said, ooh, no, I'm not. No. But boy, yeah. I found out she's not a nice person. I had to deal with, and that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you just get weird people. So if you want to see me on YouTube, I'm on YouTube as Omega Forever Perump here. I am Goddess Middle Finger. So here we're going to be talking about, you go dating and we all lie to ourselves. We think we're dating a guy that's decent. Look, you all don't need to be if a guy likes you, he's going to be like hitting you up as much as he all possibly could. You know that? If a guy like you, he don't give a shit if you got your ex living across the hall from him or whatever. They're going to get you. They're going to want to hang out with you and be with you. They all don't want to sit there at all, like wait for the right time. Oh, I'm afraid to contact that person. Oh, my there no more. I better go order some balls. Yeah, you all better order some balls if you just don't. If you like someone and you're trying to send them messages through another person and that person is not all there mentally, yeah, that all happened to the Snaker ladies. There was a guy that wanted to get with the Snakers, and instead of him going, hey, I like to hang out with you all. why don't we get some coffee and talk some stuff over, or we can just, hang out a bit and talk and, have some weed or whatever, and we can just hang out, whatever it is. Whatever. But I got these men who got no backbones or scared of me. He's like, what in the hell did I do? Did I crop dust somebody I didn't know? Maybe I, bent over and it just came out. Hey, I'm sorry. But I don't know what went on. All I know is I had heard rumors that, and they were funny. Oh, those rumors. And we're not going to be going about what the rumors were or where they were or when they were and when they came out. I all don't give a flying freak about it. As far as I'm all concerned, they're in the past and I move on. Now the biggest thing is to get my credit enough to where I can buy this house. So if I can get rid of him, I'll be all good. So I've been just working hard, and that's why I'm trying to go on here and make everyone happy. I am pinning my goal on here. Please help me out. Help me achieve my first goal. And I will sing any song you want. I will find the lyrics to it and I will sing it if you want me to. I don't care if it's Gold Miner Dollar or Pull My Finger song. I don't care. If you help me achieve my goal, I will sing the weirdest songs you could think of, and I'll do the best I can. Frost for Choir, invite Frost for Choir user. A user, one of my haters. Woo-wee. Yeah, the other. I'm Snake Lady. The other chicken. That chicken, the wiggly chicken. It's more like the wiggle meat, the wiggly meat. That's what it is, the wiggly meat. That's right. That's what snake and meat is, the wiggly meat, the other meat. So let's go and ask, will I be lucky in love in the year 2025?
Yes.
Woo-wee. That's what I like to hear. Snaker lucky in love. Okay. Well, it could be Omega. It could be Goddess of Middle Finger. But so, what about anyone else? Got a flash go. Woo! Help me, help me. I got a flash go. So let's ask Mr. Predicto. You can get this over on Amazon.
Definitely not.
No, not the exact one. You're right. You can't get the exact one I'm holding. There you go. Let's ask it some other things. Whoa. Let's see.
It is. That is a likely outcome.
Well, we'll see, huh?
answer cannot be found at this moment.
Oh, so I'm going to ask if I'm going to start making money off of TikTok. Will I start doing well off of TikTok?
Everything points to no.
Right? Not today. Well, it's nearing that 10-minute, and I will be gone until tomorrow. I do have an extra half hour that I'm on YouTube. Please come and subscribe. Help me make my subscription base bigger and more popular so I can put
It
out
is best
better
not to say now.
and better stuff. So, yeah.
If you seek, it's yes.
I mean, what gets, I mean, are these so starved for attention to actually lie to me when it comes to, people in general? Is just crazy. It really is. I have been lied to so often. I have been fished. You all don't understand. I don't want to go to somebody's place and be told by Monday that, okay, say you start talking to them. My deal is 4 weeks. I talk to you. There's no naked pictures. There's no talking naughty, nothing. You learn about each other. And what I learned is that this guy had a messy divorce, which means he blew and she used his anger against himself. What happened? He's a very angry man. And in the end, when I left, I was like, done. Goodbye. Good riddance. Oh my God. I said, you don't it's like he's a good looking guy. It just didn't feel attracted to him. He just smelled weird, like he didn't take a shower, and his apartment smelled. And he had jewelry. Oh my God. He had, the ankle bracelet. You gotta have that and not tell them. Didn't tell me at all. I had no idea until he showed me. I was floored. No money, no job, no this, no that. I mean, the no's were right there. And he said, well, I'm thinking of moving over to Colorado. Oh, good luck with that. I looked at him, I smiled, and I said, well, good luck with that. I'm not attracted to you. Thanks for the weed. I walked out the door, sat in my car, and I go, holy crap, that hit me. At that time, I'm like, hi, and I'm going, oh God, I gotta leave. You're starting to, the little kids are starting going around the car. So I sat there and I go, okay, I'm gonna pray to Jesus. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna I put my hands up and I go, all right, Jesus. He was an asshole, all right? You know that. Yeah. Just get me home, whatever it is, and I will not do this crap ever again. Nope, 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 nope. So I close my eyes and I put it in reverse. And as I put it in a drive, usually when you press home, what it does, it goes, and it goes, oh, calculate the time. It's a warning. There'll be an excessive wait time of 2.5 hours because we had an accident, and that accident caught a chain of reaction. And where it took me forever to get onto the freeway by the time I got on, guess what? Ta-da! I was good to go. I prayed and I said, never again. When someone offers, we'd say, I want to see how you are as a person. Or if you don't feel that person, I just say, walk away and go, yeah. He looked like, you ever see The Incredibles, the one kid that had the red hair? Now imagine if he had a brother with blonde hair and blue eyes. He looked exactly like that. Now imagine if he had like a selling drugs and getting in trouble kind of thing. Yep, he had that too. And with the ankle bracelet, yep, you got that. Yeah, he's sitting there going, well, I'll take good care of you. Well, so far you haven't taken good care of yourself, and you should have at least before you all go out looking for women, make sure you don't have certain things and you have certain things. Number one, you have money, not a lot, just enough to enjoy the evening. That means you have enough to go and take her to a decent restaurant that doesn't have cockroaches. All right. Number two, that's even concluding McDonald's and Pizza Hut, all that stuff. That includes all that. If you don't have enough money to even take your girl out to eat to even to McDonald's on an app, you know, then you don't really deserve, if you're not making the money and you're barely struggling as it is, why are you looking? You look at that. I don't care how much money I had. That was a born loser. That really was. I mean, we just can't be looking at that going, you're just a born loser. It's just sad as all can be. And it just really is. If you think about it, here's somebody pretending, you know, to be something they're not. And let's see, the one guy pretended to be 40 years younger. He was pushing quite a bit for his age. I think that his angels were working overtime. Then there was this guy who had me drive, and like I tell people, 4 weeks, do not say yes, because it was not even a week. Usually I weed them out. I usually find out through talking to them that they got an ankle bracelet. I am so sorry, but I don't accept that. And you've seen it in my ad. No ankle bracelets. If you don't got the money to go even to a McDonald's, if you don't have a job at all, if you don't have goals, don't even look me up. Bye. Bye. Oh, I want to be a drug dealer. Hey, yeah, you didn't tell me that one. Wow. Ooh, you want to be a drug dealer this week. Okay. So, anyway, after dealing with this guy, and I left and I made it home and I wanted to kiss the ground. And I thought, well, okay, that was the last one I've dealt with since then. Really, it's been like, all right, I found the guy I thought I was in love with. I was like, wow, this guy's great. And his name was Brandon. Brandon was awesome until Brandon told me to go on OnlyFans to sell my body and have sex with different men. I go, you're jealous. You want me to go on OnlyFans. You know what OnlyFans is, don't you? You know OnlyFans is a sex site where you prepay to get sex. You know that, right? Yeah. OnlyFans is an escort service. You understand that, right? He goes, no, it isn't. I go, whoa. Do you think I didn't know about OnlyFans? And he got quiet. I did that a couple years ago, actually 3 years ago, and it turned out horribly. We're not into that right now. We're not going into this shit. You should have looked at it. It's a escort service, point blank. And if your girlfriend is telling you it isn't, she lying her ass off. She lied. And she is lying her ass off because that's what it is. It's an escort service. And you have these people who are semi famous going on different platforms telling people, I'm an OnlyFans girl. I have sex with about 300 men a month and I make so much. Oh my God. I just make it till you break it. Woo, woo. I'm an OnlyFans model. I have sex with 300. He looked at me and he called me a liar. I am not going to get into it, but it was a very bad thing. I could have actually had, it could have ended up where I didn't make it home. That's how bad. I don't need to get into it. And I'm not going to go back to this site that makes you pay $50. Really? Yeah. Makes you pay 50 bucks. It made me pay $50. I lost money. And if they do chargebacks, you sometimes have what they call a restocking fee that I would have to pay. Yeah. Lovely. So when he did that, but we made up 2 weeks later, and I was getting close to going to California. I was leaving. Oh yeah, that was a long weekend, wasn't it? Yeah. So I was leaving the following weekend. So that Thursday, I got my hair done, and my boyfriend said, "Hey, come over." And his landlady, or the woman he is residing with, does not know I exist. So with me having to get up at 4 and leave at 2, I said, I really need a nap. That means after my stuff's done and I go back home and I, get cleaned up and I go out the door, that I can go to your house either at 7, like take a nap and wait for you to get home would be cool. But I didn't have that option. So I overslept and can't deal without sleep for 24 hours and try to make it to work on Friday. I'm like, God dang. So what happened was he got pissed off and said I should have made it for Thursday. It was like he was all pissed off. I'm like, where am I going to take my nap? I had nowhere to take my nap. That was close by. I should have just parked in front and just blacked. What I should have done is parked in front and blacked out my windows in a different way. That's what I really should have done, and said, "Well, I'm going to park in front and go to sleep and have something where I could pee or whatever." Seriously. So I didn't see him, and when I went there Friday, he was not answering his phone or anything. He had blocked me. So I went home pissed off, and a week later, I blocked him. I unblocked him on my phone, which I highly doubt he'll ever call me. But that's what happened, because I told him from now on, if you want to continue this relationship, you will have to tell the lady that you're living with about me. So I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow at 6 over here on YouTube. Come and see me at 6. I'll be coming on at 6:30. If you want to see me sooner, come over to Omega Forever From. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of the day. So there it is. I finished that. I had more views, more fun, and it seemed to be going pretty good. So I was like, the jokes are about the same. I'm going to be honest. I really did argue with Brandon about OnlyFans. It is an escort service, and I knew about that. In fact, I seen OnlyFans. All the guys that are, yeah, I'm not even joking. There rarely is an ugly guy in the bunch in OnlyFans. And I'm like, well, shoot, this is pretty, decent. No, they package dangerous things nicely. Okay? Dangerous things on OnlyFans. It was a scary situation I put myself through, and I will never go through it again. And it wasn't a money making for me. It really wasn't. That was the aha moment. That's not meant for me. It just really was. So that's where I'm at in that. So see you guys tomorrow at 6. All right. Bye.